Hello, darling parents. This is Naren from Wow Parenting with yet another Facebook Live with all of us. Well, today we have a very interesting topic, and the topic is on how to create discipline in the children. Since the time we announced this topic, there have been so many parents who have written back to us saying that we are waiting for this topic so very eagerly. There have been random questions like, I have done so much, yet my child does not respond to discipline. I have loved him, I have punished him, yet my child is not disciplined enough. My child has so much potential, but because he is not disciplined enough, he is not able to move ahead in life. I can feel the irritation and the frustration and the restlessness and the anxiety that parents have about the potential of the children not being fulfilled because of lack of discipline. Today, we are going to talk about a very fantastic approach which has worked for hundreds and thousands of parents in creating discipline in the life of children. Before we move ahead, just a small thing. We are doing this live on two different channels, one on a personal profile and another on the Wow Parenting page. So now and then if my eyes flit between two cameras, please adjust and don't mind. Before I guide parents or suggest to parents what can be done to discipline our children, may I have the permission to ask parents a few questions? Okay, I gather you are saying yes. My question is this, and this is for parents and not for children. How often do you break traffic signals when you're driving? Okay, next question. Do you use the snooze button quite regularly in your life? Third question. Are you punctual? Or should I say, do you reach a place at least 80% times on time? I know when I asked these questions to a bunch of parents, most of them said, no, Naren, it doesn't happen that way. I need at least 2-3 alarm bells to get up in the morning. I do use the snooze button. Isn't that a sign of lack of discipline? Then Naren, sometimes when I'm in a hurry, I break the traffic signals. Isn't that a sign of lack of discipline? Naren, in today's world, how can I be punctual all the time? Isn't that a sign of lack of discipline? Okay, let me ask parents this question. What are the areas where you think you need discipline a little more? Sleeping time, eating on time, saving money, time in front of the TV, time with social media, waking up time, punctuality, gossiping, communicating positively. So you see, while I completely agree with you that our children can do more with discipline, I have a very small point to make over here, and that is that as parents also we need to be very disciplined. Now let me not put you in an awkward position anymore, and let's move to the main topic of the day. How is it that we can create discipline in the life of the child? So here it goes. What is discipline? Discipline is my ability to say yes to that one thing which is very important and no to the 99 distractions or options which might come, which is not important. For example, here I am taking a Facebook Live with you. Now imagine I didn't have my dinner. We ordered dinner was late, it was supposed to come by 7:30, it came at 9:15, and if I start dinner at that time, I will not be able to complete my dinner, nor I will be able to focus on having this live with you. So what do? I eat food later. I will not tell my team, "Arey 9:30 ka, let's do it at 9:35, but first let's complete the dinner." Now that would be an inability to say yes to that one and giving in to the 99 distractions. So in short, discipline is my ability to say yes to that one thing and no to the 99 different distractions. I'm not going to give you 10 options on how you can discipline your children. I'm going to talk to you only about one fundamental approach by which we can discipline our children. There are two options which parents have when it comes to disciplining our children. My friends, my darling parents, this is my request from you. For the next 10 minutes, be disciplined. Stop everything that you are doing and just focus on what we have to discuss together. The next 10 minutes will be filled by certain insights which can define the way you parent your children. Every parent can take two approaches towards disciplining their children, towards molding their children. Option number one is what we call as tough love. And option number two is what we call as rough love. Now, what is tough love? How do you define tough love? Now, tough love has four components, and each one of them are very, very important. The acronym for tough love is ROPE. What does tough love mean? Let me give you a live example first. My child was supposed to study, and tomorrow morning they have their submissions in their school. My child's friend who stays in Denmark has come down for only 3 days. And this plan has been going on in my child's circle of friends as to when she comes, how much fun we'll have, what are we going to discuss, etc., etc. Now, tomorrow morning submission is there. Unfortunately, my child has not completed the submission work yet. It is 8 o'clock in the evening and we know it's 1.5 hours of work. And my child looks at me and says, my friend Deepika is here from Denmark and I have to go and meet her. She's come only for 3 days. Can I go please? I'll come back and then I'll complete my work, I promise. And I know my child cannot wake up after 10 o'clock come what may. 10:05 and she's deep asleep all the time. Option number one, to say, okay, go. Now I'm teaching my child how to be indisciplined. Option number two, now I can teach my child discipline through two different options. One tough love and one rough love. Let me give you examples. What would be tough love? I would look at her, I will smile, I will look at her, I will smile. I would say, I understand how much you want to go down to be with your friend. I understand you have been planning to be with your friend for a long time, so it's very important to you. However, submission work is equally important. You knew for 15 days your friend is coming, you should have planned your timing much better with her. See, the core idea of tough love is you will have to learn to face the consequences of your actions. You will have to learn to accept the consequences of your action. The approach is, I understand you and I'm going to support you. She raises her voice, she shrieks. Okay, studies is everything. If I don't study, what will happen? One submission, it's not so important. Mind you, whenever somebody raises their voice, if you also raise your voice immediately, you have lost the plot. Always match the raised voice of somebody with controlled, low, peaceful, calm voice. Refuse to increase the volume of your voice. And with that same smile, I say, I can see the hurt that you have. You can talk to me for another 5 minutes about this. But then, my child, you should have planned your work well. I don't mind you completing the work in 45 minutes and then going down to play. But no, unless the work is complete, you are not going down. You know what will happen? When I do this, I am practicing tough love. Now, tough love has 4 components. 1, there was a deep sense of respect for my child. I didn't disrespect my child irrespective of how he or she behaved. 2, I'm optimistic towards my child because in my head I know even now if they are irritated, angry, upset, it's only temporary and very soon you're going to be back on track. 3, I'm practicing patience. I know it's not working right now, but I know it will work sooner or later. And 4th, I have empathy, which means I can understand what they are going through right now. So respect, optimism, patience, empathy, ROPE, rope. Rope is tough love. Tough means you are very tough and very, very simple and very sure about what you want to do. And no matter what he or she does, what your child does, you are absolutely composed and tough. You know what you've decided is right and you're not budging from that. Now that is tough love. The opposite of, what is the outcome of tough love? Normally the outcome of tough love is, for a little while, children can be upset with you, but in the long term, children are never going to be upset with you. In fact, in the years to come, your child will say, thank God my father was tough. Thank God he didn't give in. Thank God he never responded to my emotional blackmails. Thank God he didn't give in to my tantrums. In the long run, they are going to be thankful to you. In the short run, they might be hurt, but the hurt is always superficial. Through tough love, you are creating healthy self-esteem and healthy self-belief for your child. The kids will resist tough love, but they will worship you later for tough love. The kids will always say, please, 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 next time I'm going to do it on time. But stay tough and ensure they learn to face the consequences of their actions. The issue is when we let it go. The issue is when we say, okay. Then they know next time also I can communicate and get my way out. So tough love will create your children beautifully well. What is the opposite? What is the next option? The next option is something that we call as rough love. What is rough love? When there is rough love, there is disrespect, there is negativity, there is impatience, there is judgments. And the words that we use also are like, you have no brains, you have no sense of commitment. Did you not say you're going to do that and now you're not going to do it? How will I ever trust you in life? What all I do for you and this is how you react? We end up hurting. The core idea in rough love is you are just not good enough. And the approach is, I am going to punish you. This destroys self-esteem. What is the outcome of rough love? Hurt is deep and long term. There is a distance which happens because of this hurt. The child goes through an inferiority complex. Because if my parents believe I am not good enough, am I good? This question creates such inferiority inside them. It destroys the potential they have. They might be very capable, but this capability becomes clouded with self-doubts. They reject themselves before the world rejects them. Your child could have become a turning point in the history of humanity. But because they have been given rough love, there is no turning point, there is only burning point in their lives. And every now and then, the child and you will go through emotional dramas. Rough love will completely destroy the potential of your child. Hey, the outcome of height is what? If I have to combine all of it, remember what I said? Hurt is long term and deep. The child develops inferiority complex. It destroys the potentials of your children, and there is a lot of emotional drama. Hurt, H, inferiority complex, I, destroys potential, D, lots of emotional drama, E. The child has to hide from the world because of rough love. Discipline your kids with tough love and not rough love. Hey, by the way, darling parents, if you have been enjoying this session, if you like our Facebook Lives, please click on the like button. Please share it with as many people as possible. This is free stuff out there. Let us together reach out to as many people as possible. Without your help, we can't do that. You are my partners out there. You are my ambassadors out there. You are my advocates out there. So a very heartfelt, strong appeal for all of you that please take this message to as many people as possible. Let everybody who knows you practice, when necessary, tough love and never rough love. And if you're liking what is happening, put any comment. And I'm going to share with you an extraordinary giveaway out of this session, a very beautiful designer ebook kind of a thing, which you can refer to very easily and very effortlessly, through which whenever you want to go through this Facebook Live in its essence, in about 1 or 2 minutes, you will be able to go through it. Before we end this lovely broadcast together, my heartfelt gratitude for you for appearing every week, every time we have this Facebook Live. I look forward to these Facebook Lives with you. Really, every week I'm thinking about what else can be discussed with my parents so that we will be able to make a difference in their life. Do download our app. If you want hundreds and thousands of such insights, please explore our app, and there will be a lot of beautiful stuff inside over there for you. There is a very, very beautiful project that we are coming up with, and that is Letter to Santa. We are keeping a link for you in the comment section. The link is also there in the main copy of the post. It's an extraordinary letter which we have crafted with a lot of love. Share it with parents who would love to transform the life of their children through a personalized letter from Santa. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. Your presence means the world to me. Help us in sharing these beautiful nuggets with as many parents as possible. Thank you so much. Love you all and happy night.